So you guys already know how I feel about the Aryan energy. It is one of the most powerful energies of our zodiac system, ruling over the first house, ruling over the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, ruling over Tuesday, which is our day of war, being ruled by Mars. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and on about the Aryan energy. But this October, we have something that I see as very special happening on the 9th of the month during this full moon. Let's dig deeper. Let's begin this conversation with the full moon. So let's go back. We're in October, so let's go back about 4 months. That would bring us to July. So July, our full moon was in Capricorn on a Wednesday. We talked about being in an earth discipline aura, having the need to take acknowledgement of who we are, needing to grow, needing to become the better person that we claim that we would like to be. Then we went into August 12th, our full moon was in Aquarius, and that was on a Friday, and we had a loving full moon. It was a full moon of expansion in our heart chakra, expansion in our financial world, expansion in our personal and professional environments. Then we move into September. On the 9th of September, we have the Piscean full moon on Saturday. Once again, Saturday, we all remember, rules over Capricorn, and Saturn, which is the rightful ruler, is a very serious sign. So we talked about how this full moon in Pisces on the 10th of September is forcing us to not blame others for the stuff that we go through or the experiences that we have, but to actually take acknowledgement within ourselves, to actually see who we are, where we're going with our lives, what directions and paths that we're paving for ourselves, and to also take responsibility for this adult experience we're having. Now, this brings us to this full moon in Aries on the 9th of October. Now, if you know anything about the Aryan sign, the Aries, both male and female, they are a force to be reckoned with. The people who are born under this sign know who they are. They're the type of people who, when they are full of themselves, aka balanced, they exude this level of confidence. You want to be around them. They make you laugh. They light up the party. They light up the room. And when they are not feeling up to par, when they're not feeling like themselves, they tend to hide away, like similar to the Capricorn and the Bull. I was just saying that to myself. I think it's possibly the horns that forces these three zodiacs to do that. They pull away from reality, and if they don't pull away from reality, there is a wrath that you will have to be a victim to, that they know they don't want to put you through it. So there's a level of self-awareness and self-responsibility that comes with the Aries sign. Now, with that being said, we are in a Sunday. It is Sunday, October 9th. The sign that is ruling over the day is Aries, even though Sundays are naturally ruled by the sun, which rules over Leo. So you can kind of understand the importance of this day for 2022. This is a very fiery day. You have the natural ruler of Aries, which is ruling over this full moon, and the sun ruling over the day itself, which rules over Leo. So you have double fire. You have fire during the daytime, fire during the nighttime for the full moon. And we are experiencing what most would call a war. During the daytime, you would have what is the sun god, the god of the sun, riding his lion into the night. Now, during the night, depending on the mythology that you follow, most daytime gods usually rest, and then the underworld gods take over. But in this situation here, you have the energy of the sun ruling during the daytime. However, because the day is Sunday, the full moon is going to ride that energy into the night using the aura of Aries, which is ruled by Mars, which is naturally the god of war. If you can understand what I'm saying. Like on a personal level, you have a situation where the person that you exude during the daytime is going to come face to face with whom you are during the nighttime. To say it in another way, the person that you are in your conscious mind is going to shake hands with the person that you are in your subconscious mind. Meaning that the person that you show the world every day, meaning your sun self, your conscious self, is going to be face to face with you. The person, the being behind the mask. So this is a time where, this is why I went backwards and I kind of took you on a path from summer into fall, so you can kind of understand the path that the conversation with the moon and yourself is going into. We have gone from growth, acknowledgement, responsibility, abundance, expansion, and now self. Because the sign of Aries is the sign of self. It's the sign of solar plexus. It's the sign of I am. It's the sign of ego when it's not being used properly. And it is also the sign of your social self, your social mask. Now, you might say, why would you say social mass and ego at the same time? Because our egos are always present. Regardless if we're wounded or not, our egos are present and present. And what I will do is explain this. When you're wounded in your third chakra, your ego becomes, that energy that we call your ego, it becomes overprotective of who you are as the soul or the spirit, if that makes sense. So therefore you push yourself more, you're out there more. And being in the Aryan energy, when you're pushing yourself more, sometimes it comes off rude, sometimes it comes off over competitive, sometimes it comes off as if you simply just don't care about others. And this full moon is using double fiery energy to tell us, live like a king, be like a king. Because the lion, which Sunday rules over, Leo, is a king. So if you want to reach that potential that you are wanting to reach, think like a king, be like a king, or else you're not going to reach that level that you want to reach. And then furthermore, you have the balance side of Aries, where the Aryan, I don't know if you have a friend, a relative, or a sibling, or even a child that's an Aryan, or that has Aries in their sun, moon, or rising. These children, these people, these individuals, they're some of the most supportive people that you will know. They listen very attentively and they give the best advice. So you have that energy that you're flowing with. You can either stay within the I'm hurt, my ego got hurt by whatever, and continue to hurt yourself in the long term, or you can accept the fact that you are hurt and to allow the energy of the sun, the energy of the Aries aura, to shower you down and bring you back to life. Because two signs in the elements that I've noticed since I've been doing my studies that really bring you back to life, it's fire and earth. Water washes you, air helps you release, but earth and fire brings you back to life. There's something about sitting outside on the ground on a hot day, feeling that hot surface of the earth under your skin while the sun is burning at your shoulder or your back. It grounds you and make you feel alive. You feel like I'm here. Trust me, I know what day it is, I know what time it is, and I'm here. And that's what this energy will do for you if you allow it. You have to understand that, and I'm speaking from personal experience, the solar plexus is a very sensitive space for me because I was wounded there as a teen. So I am telling you from experience, every time I reach the sign of Aries, I always get excited because I already know they're bringing the energy. They're not like other typical signs that are either bringing you prosperity, or they either bring you material or emotions. No, the Aries are a well-rounded sign that will bring about all types of energies in all aspects of your life if you allow it. But I'm telling you, you have to be balanced and positive, or else you're not going to receive. You're just going to get stuck in the loop of that space and time where you got hurt, or that space and time that you want to reach, that you want to attain. So just be careful out here. Respect the energies that are presenting themselves in both the daytime and the evening time, which is the sun and the moon. For example, October 9th, we will be in the energy of Libra. It will be during the Libra zodiac, if I'm not mistaken. And the sun will be in Libra and the moon will be in Aries. So you can understand the complexities of that day. Meaning, on that same day, you have the sun ruling over Leo in Libra with the moon in Aries. So it's a lot to take in. And that's why I always say, review your zodiac chart as you go about studying this information, because this information is being broadcasted out so that each and every one of us can grow. You might be working on something for so long within yourself and don't know why, and that's because the actual space that you should be tackling, you're not tackling. And as these energies are presenting themselves and they're helping most of us graduate from that space that we were stuck in, you remain stuck because you're not applying the energies where they need to apply. So to refresh, this full moon in Aries will be ruling over the solar plexus, even though Aries is ruled by Mars. The presence of the day of Sunday, which rules over the solar plexus, will cause us to have to focus more on our ego, our place in the world, our place in society. Don't feel bad if you find yourself questioning, what have I been doing with my life? What have I accomplished in my life? You might even ask yourself, who am I? In all honesty, because the Aries energy, those are all the aspects of reality that they rule over. Arians want to know, I have a place in this world and I'm important. So be aware of the fact that you may come across that in your own personal life. And as you come across that in your own personal life, just make sure that you know which aspect of your life. Like, for example, look in your birth chart to see where Aries falls, because Aries might be being ruled on a Sunday, but Aries might not be your sun sign. Aries might be your rising or your midheaven or in your Pluto. Those are the areas that you need to really keen in and look into so that you can work on yourself and build yourself and grow using the moon's energy. Because it's not always all about the sun. The moon brings us way more perspective when we're aware of what she's saying. With all that being said, normally for Sunday meditations, I would say either choose yellow or gold. But with this Sunday being so fiery and specific to the solar plexus energy, I would say do both. Do the yellow and the gold candles if you add candles to your moon meditations. You want to do sunstone as the gemstone, and also the clear quartz and the obsidian for a protection stone. It's officially Tuesday, October 25th. The energy for this new moon is Scorpio. To begin, happy birthday to all of the Scorpios. Scorpio season will have officially started, I think, about like 2 or 3 days from this moment. And to begin with the Scorpio energy, Scorpio in its sun sign is known to be two-faceted. There's a balanced Scorpio that is very determined, knows who he or she is unstoppable in many ways. And then there is the imbalanced Scorpio, and that is Sun Scorpio that we're speaking of first. The imbalanced Sun Scorpio is more like a child, an inner child that never grew up. No matter what age this imbalanced Scorpio reaches, they always find a way to be, if not immature, then manipulative and deceitful. If you went online right now and Googled good and bad aspects of being a Scorpio, I can guarantee you all of those bad aspects that you would pull up all deal with an imbalanced or closed sacral chakra Scorpio. Now, this brings me into the moon. Sun Scorpios and Moon Scorpios are two different Scorpios. Sun represents your personality, your identity, how you express yourself in the world. Moon, and that's in general, Moon represents your intuitive side, how you think, how your emotional side, how you feel, how you express yourself in intimate situations. For example, your sun self would be the person that goes to work every day, and your moon self would be the person who chills with their friend or have intimate times with their significant other or their children. That's the difference between. So if you go deep within yourself and you kind of pay attention to yourself throughout the day, even like when you're at work or at home, you'll notice your I don't want to say mood, but the way that you communicate with other people changes, and that's dependent on which side of yourself you're using. Now, so many people are lost in the ego side that they are constantly overusing their sun sign and underusing their moon sign, and this in all actuality causes a disconnect in the relationship between your personality and your intuitive self, your conscious self and your subconscious self, which later poses a problem with your social self and your intimate self. To continue, the personalities and energies of the signs of moon in Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio is intense, but not expressively. You'll find that someone with a moon in Scorpio, they'll be a very quiet person. They won't be talkative. There's something about them that attracts you or pulls you into their aura, and in more ways than one, you can't really tell what it is, but you know you want to be near that person. Where the sun in Scorpio expresses their mysticism and mystery, a moon in Scorpio, they say nothing. You can kind of just feel that energy and aura around them. Now, this takes us into our reading. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are ruled by Mars. Mars is the god of war. Now, Mars will be the natural ruler of that day, but we will be in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. So I'm painting you a picture here so this can make sense. It's Tuesday. The zodiac sign, the sun sign, is naturally Scorpio because it is October 25th. The ruling moon sign of that day is also Scorpio. Makes sense now? So it is Sun Scorpio, Moon Scorpio on a Tuesday, which is why Mars is being brought up. So you have Sun Scorpio, Moon Scorpio on a Tuesday. Let's continue the story here. Scorpio is naturally ruled by Pluto. Pluto will be the sun and the moon ruler of that day. However, the day's ruler is Aries, which is ruled by Mars. So, how do you apply this to your personal life? Where's your Scorpio? Some people have their Scorpio in their sun, moon, rising. And I made a video a while back about having your Scorpio in your Saturn, which you should review because that's a very important factor of Scorpio. Where's your Scorpio? Wherever your Scorpio is, that moon's energy will intensify who you are. I will repeat that so you can understand, because the energy of Scorpio is, it's naturally a very intense energy to go through. Wherever your Scorpio is in your birth chart on this specific day, and I'm not sure why 2022 is like this, but on this specific day, the sun and the moon will be in Scorpio, while the natural zodiac sign of that day will be ruling Scorpio. So on that day, Mars and Pluto will be present all day. You will start your morning in Scorpio, the zodiac of the day. You will end your day with the moon in Scorpio. It will, I can guarantee you, it will possibly be one of the most intense days of 2022. If it's not, then we have come a long way. Okay, I'm not wishing for the worst, but I'm just saying, if you know the Scorpion energy the way I know the Scorpion energy, changes are made when the Scorpion energy is present, and it's not natural, it's forced. It's you're going to change or you're going to pay. It's those type of changes. Like, in all actuality, now that I think about it, this war between Ukraine and Russia makes sense when you really look at the energies that are coming at us by the end of this year. If you know someone who has a sun and moon and rising, or sun and moon, or a variation of heavy Scorpio in their birth chart, leave a comment down below to let everyone know the quality of person that person is. The person is not a good or bad person. They're just a Scorpio. But they're a concentrated Scorpio. There's a difference between my sun is Scorpio, my moon is Scorpio, my rising is Scorpio, or my Gemini is Scorpio, or any other aspect of your birth chart is Scorpio, versus having these key concentrated areas that rule over specific auras of your existence be in Scorpio, and for you to just be this everyday happy-go-lucky person. That's impossible. No, it doesn't work that way, because in any one aspect, the Scorpio energy is a very heavy, intense energy to process. Now, when you have a situation where the light of the day and the darkness of the night are both being ruled by Scorpio, we have ourselves a serious situation. And the only thing I will say is be even more careful, because the color this is crazy. I just realized that as I was talking, the color of the day is red. So you have red, Mars ruling over Tuesday. You have intense Scorpio ruling over the entire 24-hour period. So you have the god of war, the god of death and rebirth, and the color of war being present on this specific day. If I were you guys, if I could, I would just like lay low for that day. Just Netflix and chill for that day. Because I will tell you, don't be surprised if the news is dropping all types of horrible information in your face, because it's just a day. And don't leave it to that day either. It could be a few days leading to and a few days after the new moon. It could be a week before or a week after. It all depends on how intense this Scorpion energy is about to be. So just keep that in mind. And remember, Scorpio rules over the sacral chakra, which is the chakra of our sexuality, our sensuality, our emotions, our imagination. So it's not bad, it's just intense. And a lot of times, if you intensify something too much, bad things happen. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. A lot of people can't handle the pressure of the Scorpius energy because it's intense. It's a lot. So just keep that in mind. It won't be easy. It will not be easy. It will be a situation where you really will have to keep reminding yourself it's not personal. It's not about me. It's just the day. The day was written. This is that moment that you literally get to say it's written in the stars because it really is. It literally is a cosmic thing. It has nothing to do with you. Stay away from intense conversations. If you've been having issues with someone for like throughout the year or leading into this moment, don't communicate with them. Stay away from them. I can guarantee you this will be a day a lot of people will go to jail for the weekend. A lot of people will go to prison. A lot of people will get in trouble with the law because this is a very chaotic day. Like my heart was just like if hell had a day to rule the planet Earth, this would be that day. Like this is a very intense day we are going into for that day. So I don't have anything else to say. I actually just scared myself a little bit. So all I can say is guys, buckle down. You're going to need because I just realized what type of energy we're in, I wouldn't even use red as a candle color or clothing. I would wear black. I would wear black, white, brown, or green. I would wear neutral colors. But I honestly, knowing who I am, I would wear black. Because at least if you're wearing black, you can take the punches of the scorpion energy. You could kind of handle the needle sting a little easier wearing black. You can wear white if that's your preferred color because white is like the color of purity. Green is the color of balance. If you need to balance that energy, you can wear green or you can wear brown to ground that energy. Those are the four colors that I would wear. I wouldn't go near red that day. I would stick to black, brown, green, or white. In all honesty, that's what I would do. And it's all dependent on who you are. Because if you're already an intense person, I would tell you wear brown so you can ground yourself. If you're a depressed or melancholy person, don't wear black, wear green. If you're a overtly excited person, wear black so you can take that shock and not go overboard. And if you're normally a quiet, like laid back introvert, wear white so it can balance that energy for you. You need to really be careful on that day because even though Scorpio is a water sign, and that could be a sign too of stating that tears will be shed that day. It's the reading. My whole body feel like it's on fire, even though I'm reading about a water sign. It doesn't feel good. Like it doesn't make me does not make me feel happy. So I'm not projecting that into that day, but all I'm saying is just be aware. Be aware and be cautious as you're driving. Pay attention. Don't go on your phone. Don't go on the radio. Pay attention around you. Tell your loved ones you love them from that night before till days later. Give your loved ones a little bit more patience and kindness and unconditional love for that day. What else can you do? The stones that you would want to use would be the carnelian, the tiger's eye, and also you can add the black onyx and the clear quartz. And the tiger's eye is to ground. The cornelian is a natural sacral chakra stone, and then the black onyx and the clear quartz. The black onyx is to absorb any negative energy that you might encounter for that day, and the clear quartz is to balance the entire situation out. You might want to get those four stones and just keep them on you, keep them near you, like literally keep them in your brassiere if you're a female, or in your inner pocket if you're a male. Have it touch your body so no matter what you're going through, especially those of us who live in the busy cities, and you will be encountering so many different people for that day, you want to protect yourself as much as you can. Just be safe. I don't know the last time. Well, there wasn't a last time because we've never experienced what we just experienced over the past 2 years. And I'm not sure what to say at this point. All I can say is just be safe out there, be aware, understand it's not personal. Whatever you might encounter throughout that day, if you bump shoulders with someone, keep in the back of your mind it's not personal, it's celestial. It's not personal, it's cosmic. It's written in the stars. It's not something that you yourself woke up and jotted down. Today I'm going to make this and this happen. Okay, so just be safe out there, and don't forget to always keep yourself grounded and keep love in your heart for yourself, because you'll need it. You are the one that's living your life, so you'll need that positive energy. You'll need that strength, and you'll need that grounding energy. Good luck, guys. Now, with the entire month taken into perspective, let's now focus on the retrograde that will happen in Mars starting the 30th of October in Gemini, and it will end on the 13th of January of 2023 in Taurus. I don't have much to say because Martian retrogrades are usually not that bad, because remember, Mars affects how we socialize, how we protect ourselves, how we exude ourselves. I think with the 25th new moon, the Martian retrograde might just be like a breath of fresh air, because it's only, what is that, 2.5 months long, so it's not that long. So I'm thinking, if I can understand the stars correctly, I think this retrograde is coming in right in time to balance out this intense energy of the new moon of Scorpio that we will have just experienced. So I would say, because we all know Mars rules over Aries, which rules over the solar plexus, I would retract and start thinking about anything that causes you to lack confidence, to lack self esteem, to question yourself a lot. Focus on those things. All of those aspects, they affect the solar plexus. They don't just pop out of nowhere. They really do come from within. And when you start doing your studies of yourself, you'll figure out that the way that you react to things today is the same way that you reacted to things when you were building that ego, that social self, that self that's ruled by the solar plexus. And even though majority of our chakras are usually in place by the time we're born, but some of them are not affected until we start socializing with the world. For example, three chakras that are mostly affected directly by the world is your base chakra, your solar plexus, and your heart chakra. Your base chakra is affected based on, your socioeconomics, your class, how much money your parents made when you were a child. As a child, your base chakra, you start taking awareness that I can't afford certain things that my classmates can afford. That goes up into your solar plexus, which creates this self-doubt, this lack of self-confidence, this depression, this need to exude our egos, and our egos kind of become attacking to our friends and family members, which later on goes into our heart chakra, which causes heartbreak. So this is something I think you should focus on when Mars goes retrograde on October 30th in Gemini. Gemini is that, what is it? There's three dualistic signs in our zodiac: Pisces, Gemini, and Cancer. Pisces being the dualistic sign of water. Gemini is the dualistic sign of the mind, the two ways that the mind work, and then Cancer, the dualistic side of the intuition and the emotion. So you might want to go into yourself, being that the retrograde will start in Gemini, you might want to go into yourself and figure out what it is that you might or might not be suffering from that stems backwards to when you were a child. Now, the Martian retrograde ends in January in Taurus on January 13th. January 13th, we will be in the sign of Capricorn, which is an earth sign, and the Martian energy, which is ruled by a fire sign, will in Taurus, which is also an earth sign, on Friday the 13th of January. So you know all the superstition with Friday the 13th that the European people have with the whole Friday the 13th, the black cat and all that. So you might want to start crossing your mythologies to figure out the true meaning behind Friday the 13th, the number 13, and the aspects behind the belief system of the number 13, because this is growth. I think this is I don't mean to get like that, but I think it's God talking to us, telling us it's time to grow up because I'm ready to integrate more into your daily lives. So, good luck, guys. I think I did my best to try to explain everything. I kind of mumbled and rumbled a little bit, but you guys kind of get the big picture. Take care of yourself during the month of October. Has a closure. We all know that October is usually one of the most intense months in the year, no matter what the moon and the sun and the stars are doing. So just take precaution, take care of yourself, and be safe out there. And as always, love and be loved.